Some parents spend 6 months fighting toilet training. Tears, bribes, endless laundry, still stuck. Then there's the parents whose toddler is fully trained in 3 days flat. No drama. I've done it with both my kids in under 3 days each time and watched dozens of other parents pull it off too. The difference isn't luck at all. It's simply a specific order of steps. And today, I'm walking you through all 8. Step 1, and this is the one that people skip. Confirm your child is actually ready. Starting too early is the single biggest reason toilet training drags on for months instead of days. So, what does actually being ready look like in real life? 2 things. First, they can stay dry for 1 to 2 hours at a stretch, which usually shows up around the 2-year mark. Second, their poos are soft and formed, not hard little pellets. If your toddler is constipated, pause everything and sort that out first, because a constipated child physically cannot succeed at this, no matter how perfectly well you run the rest of these steps. Once you fully confirm they're ready, before you do anything else at all, grab my free Toilet Training Essentials checklist using the link in the description below. It lays out every single product, but usually makes the whole process easier, so you're not guessing or wasting money on things that you genuinely don't actually need right now. Step 2. Help your child feel and notice the difference between wet, dry, and dirty. This is where most parents accidentally sabotage themselves without even realizing it's happening at all. Modern nappies and pull-ups are engineered to pull moisture away from the skin so fast that your toddler genuinely cannot tell they've just gone. If they can't feel wet, they will never learn to associate that feeling with needing the toilet. So the fix here is genuinely simple. Swap the nappy for underwear or for training pants specifically. Training pants have a thin absorbent layer stitched into the crotch, enough to catch a small dribble on the way to the bathroom, but nowhere near enough to hide a real accident from your toddler. They stay noticeably wet, which is exactly the point, because that discomfort is what teaches the difference. If you're not ready to give up nappies entirely, because let's be honest, the mess is real, there's a middle ground. Just put underwear on underneath the nappy. This single swap does 3 things at once. It lets your child physically feel wet versus dry versus clean. It makes wetting themselves mildly uncomfortable instead of invisible, which motivates them to actually try using the toilet or the potty. And it hands them a small but real sense of control, because pulling underwear up and down themselves is a skill they'll learn for the rest of the process, every single time they use the bathroom here on. I remember switching my son over to a Saturday morning, and by lunchtime he had already tugged on his own waistband 3 separate times, looking down and said, "wet," out loud, before I'd even noticed he'd had an accident. That single small moment told me the strategy was already genuinely working, even though the actual sitting on the toilet part had not happened yet at all. Step 3. Stop asking your child if they want to go to the toilet. I promise you, almost every time you ask, the answer is no. Toilet time is boring. Play is more fun. And on top of that, your toddler is still figuring out those weird body signals and what they even mean in the first place. So next time you catch your child doing the classic hop and squeeze dance, don't ask a question at all. Name what you're seeing instead. Say something like, "Emma, you're wiggling like that because your body needs the toilet. Let's go." Notice what changed there. You didn't give them an out. There's no yes or no to argue with. It's simply a fact that you're stating out loud. That small language shift does double duty. It removes their ability to say no, and it also teaches them to actually connect the physical sensation with what it means, which is a skill they genuinely can't learn if you keep leaving it up to them to decide. My daughter used to freeze mid-hop the moment I said it. Surprised I'd noticed, and within about a week, she started announcing it herself before I even had the chance to speak. Step 4. Cap every toilet sit at 5 minutes max. This one matters more than people realize. Your child sits there 10, 15, 20 minutes waiting for something to happen. Sitting on the toilet starts to feel like a punishment, not a normal part of the day. You also want them to learn that going to the toilet means you actually do something there, not just sit and scroll or stare at a screen while nothing happens. So set a mental timer. Give it a genuine try for up to 5 minutes. If nothing comes, let them get up and go play. You can always try again in 20 minutes. Short, low-pressure attempts, repeated often, beat one long, miserable sit every time. My son once sat 3 minutes, gave up, hopped off, and went 10 seconds later on the mat. Step 5, and this is the big one, dealing with the fear of pooing in the potty. If your toddler refuses to poo anywhere near the toilet, that's completely normal, so don't force it. Pooing in a potty or toilet is genuinely one of the last skills most kids master, and it's scary for reasons adults forget. Some kids are afraid of water splashing back on them. Some are convinced they're losing a piece of themselves when it falls out of sight. Some worry they'll get sucked down with it, and if a past poo ever hurt, they'll actively avoid repeating that. To move past this fear, go slow and go gradual. Don't rush it. First, just let your child comfortably pooing in the bathroom itself, still in their nappy, just in the room instead of hiding behind the couch or in their bedroom. Once they're done, take the nappy off, tip the poo into the toilet in front of them, flush it, and say out loud, "Poos go in the toilet." Once bathroom pooing feels normal, see if they're willing to try sitting on the toilet itself. If not yet, that's fine. Keep the nappy on, but have them sit on the toilet anyway, just to build familiarity with the seat. Next step, once that's comfortable, try again without the nappy, and if they're still not ready, cut a hole in the bottom of the nappy before they put it on. The poo drops straight through into the toilet, but they still feel the nappy against their skin, which keeps the sense of security intact while they adjust. Slowly, over several days or weeks, phase the nappy out entirely. My own son needed the hole in the nappy trick for almost 9 days before he tried it with nothing on at all. And honestly, rushing that stage would have completely undone every bit of progress we had already made together up until that exact point. I still remember the night he finally did it with no nappy at all. He looked shocked at himself, then proud, then asked to flush it 3 times just because he could. And that small moment of pure delight told me the slow approach had absolutely been worth every extra day it took to get us there. Step 6. This is where a lot of parents accidentally undo all their progress. How you react to accidents. Accidents will happen. That's simply just part of the process. But a response in that exact moment shapes how often they keep happening. If you yell, sigh, or shake your head, you're not correcting the behavior. You're teaching your child to fear you. They might start hiding when they go, avoid the toilet out of anxiety, or oddly, keep having accidents on purpose because your reaction, even negative, is still attention that they crave. So instead, stay completely calm, say something simple like, "Oh, you've had an accident. Your pants are wet. Let's go get changed." Then take them to change in the bathroom itself, not their bedroom, not the lounge room. That's not just about tidiness, it's practice. Changing there means they physically rehearse the whole sequence, pulling pants down, sitting on the toilet to finish up if needed, wiping, pulling, underwear back up, flushing, washing hands. It all gets them used to bathroom sounds and smells that can otherwise feel overwhelming, especially that loud sound flush. The first time my daughter had a big accident, I felt my own frustration rising instantly. I had to physically pause and breathe before saying a single word to her, because I knew exactly how much that first response would matter for the entire week that followed it. She was watching my face more than listening to my words, waiting to see whether this was safe or scary. When I stayed calm and simply walked her through changing, her shoulders visibly dropped, and the following week, her accidents had dropped too. Almost like the calmness itself had been the real reason, more than the single instruction I had given her. Step 7. The last one, make sure your child feels secure on the toilet itself. We need their muscles relaxed enough to actually go, and that can't happen if they're gripping the toilet just to keep from sliding in. Their knees should sit higher than hips, too. This changes everything about how easily a poo actually comes out. But those 7 steps together in the exact order, and you go from the months of struggle to days, exactly like I promised at the start of this video. If you want the exact 2 simple items that make this comfort piece effortless without buying half of Target, watch this next video where I break down precisely what to get and why it works before you start, so those final few days go as smoothly as the first ones did.